Welcome back to another episode, everyone. I'm John, and today we have an exciting topic to dive into, something we all struggle with at some point: time management. It's the difference between feeling like you're always playing catch up and actually being productive. But here's the big question: why do some people seem to get so much done in a day, while others just can't seem to stay on track?
That's such a great question, John. Time management is an art, and like any art, it takes practice. But what's interesting is that time management isn't just about organizing your calendar or creating to do lists. It's really about how we prioritize, how we focus, and most importantly, how we protect our time. So let's break this down.
Absolutely, Sarah. One of the first things I think people overlook when it comes to time management is the importance of prioritization. It's easy to get caught up in a never-ending list of tasks, but when everything feels urgent, nothing really gets the attention it deserves. How do you think we can start prioritizing effectively?
Great point. You see, prioritizing isn't just about what tasks need to be done, it's about what tasks matter most in the grand scheme of your goals. So often, we confuse being busy with being productive, and that's where people lose sight of what's really important. A useful method here is the Eisenhower Matrix. It's a simple yet powerful tool that helps you sort tasks based on urgency and importance. If something is both urgent and important, it needs to be done immediately. If it's important but not urgent, schedule it for later. If it's urgent but not important, delegate it. And if it's neither urgent nor important, well, you can probably ignore it.
I love that method, Sarah. It's simple but incredibly effective. Now let's talk about focus, the ability to actually get things done. A lot of people think that multitasking is the key to productivity, but research shows that multitasking actually hurts our performance. What's your take on that?
You're spot on, John. Multitasking is a productivity killer. Our brains aren't designed to focus on multiple things at once, even though we like to think we can handle it. When we multitask, we're actually just switching between tasks rapidly, which leads to mistakes, stress, and a lack of depth in our work. Instead, the key to better focus is the Pomodoro Technique. It's a time management method where you work in focused 25-minute intervals followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 intervals, you take a longer break. This helps your brain stay focused and sharp while preventing burnout.
I've tried that technique before and it really works. It's amazing how a short, focused period of time can help you achieve so much. But let's talk about another key element: protecting your time. This is something I think people struggle with all the time. We have so many distractions around us: emails, social media, meetings, and people popping into our office. How do you protect your time and maintain control of your schedule?
That's such an important point, John. Time protection is all about boundaries. Setting clear limits on how and when you spend your time is critical. One method I swear by is time blocking. It's a way of scheduling your day in chunks, where each block of time is dedicated to a specific task or activity. For example, you might block off an hour in the morning for focused work, an hour after lunch for meetings, and another block in the afternoon for creative thinking. And when you're in that block, that's your sole focus. No checking emails or scrolling through social media. When you block your time, you're actively telling yourself that your time is valuable and that it's okay to say no to distractions.
Time blocking is a game changer. But sometimes, even with the best intentions, things don't go as planned. Life happens, right? So, how do you stay flexible and manage your time when things are unpredictable?
Great question. The truth is, life is always throwing curveballs, and that's where adaptability comes in. If something urgent pops up, you need to be flexible enough to rearrange your schedule. One of the keys to managing time when things get chaotic is having a buffer zone. This is some extra unplanned time in your schedule that allows you to accommodate last minute changes or interruptions. So, if a meeting runs over or an emergency comes up, you won't feel completely overwhelmed. I also recommend reviewing your schedule at the end of each day. Look at what went well, what didn't, and what you could adjust tomorrow to stay on track.
I love that. It's about being proactive while also being flexible. Now, let's talk about delegation. This is a tough one for a lot of people. They feel like they have to do everything themselves. But delegation is crucial for effective time management. especially when you're running a business or leading a team. What advice would you give to someone who struggles to let go of control?
Delegation is definitely a challenge for many people, but it's one of the most powerful time management tools. The key to delegating successfully is to trust others and recognize that you don't have to do everything yourself. If you're a business owner, you can't be involved in every task. Start by identifying tasks that others can do as well as you, or even better. Once you've identified them, let go of the need to control every detail. And remember, delegation is also about developing your team and giving them opportunities to grow. When you delegate, you're freeing up time to focus on what only you can do, your highest value tasks.
Such valuable advice, Sarah. And I think to wrap things up, time management isn't about perfecting a system. It's about finding what works for you and being consistent with it. When you implement the strategies we've discussed, prioritizing, focusing, protecting your time, and delegating, you'll start seeing a big difference in how you manage your day.
Exactly. Time management is a skill that takes practice, but with the right strategies and mindset, anyone can improve. It's about being intentional with your time and creating a system that works for your unique life. So, for our listeners out there, remember, your time is your most valuable asset. Protect it, prioritize it, and make the most of every moment.
That's it for today's episode, folks. We hope you've gained some useful insights into managing your time better. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who could use a little help with time management. Thanks for listening, and remember, time waits for no one.